Hello everyone, my name is Cetus and welcome back to Crusader Kings 3 in the efforts to form the HRE, to reform the HRE, which is a decision that we have here, restore the Holy Roman Empire. In the last episode, we managed to gain pseudo our independence. We managed to gain the title of Duke, which is very, very handy. So now if we die, we don't lose all our land. Or we do lose most of our land, actually, but we will retain control of them. They will just go to be inherited by people and become my vassals. Which is very, very useful. And we did it in a surprising way. Like, we haven't been to war yet, which still surprises me. For our independence, because I expected to have to do that, and the guy was just like, "How about we just give you the land you're asking for?" And I was like, "Oh, okay, that's great." We still have a liege, the king of East Francia, and at some point we'll have to deal with that. But now we have a little bit of time. Time to expand and grow and work out our kingdoms. If we take a look at kingdom titles, actually. Yeah, so East Francia is indeed the one we're going to be going for. Could potentially push up to Denmark, which may be easier. What would it take to upset? Need 2 duchy titles. Or one of the following. 2 duchy titles. Only one of the following? You cannot usurp a title the same or higher tier than... Oh, right, because we would have to do the whole, like, make me king through the decisions, which is fine. For now, we need to clean up our domain limit, though, because we gained a bunch of land, and it's above our domain limit. So we have an interesting choice. It is generally best to own your own land. So if we look at the duchy, this is our duchy. And we would want to keep these ones. But we take a penalty for counties who aren't under our duchy because we're not their rightful lord, right? So if we have counts over here for this duchy, we would have a penalty there. But I still think we're going to try and hang on to our core things. So we look at our land. Everything in this duchy, we are going to hang on to. That's a castle at any rate. We don't want... Yeah, so here's a temple. We don't want that. Because temples are not the proper people to run them. And that's fine. So we will give it to Short Reign, Lustful. Brilliant Strategist. Patient, Sadistic. But just taking a quick glance and making sure there's no trait here like Ambition. We can have that county. That'll be fine. And what else do we got? Let's get rid of the stuff not in our main duchy. First. Duchy of Osval. Grant 2. Can we sort? Unlanded. We have no one without land. So we gotta be careful. We don't want to make anyone too powerful. And we already gave to him. Oh no, we didn't. It was a different name. Something with an E though, I'm pretty sure. Charismatic, Negotiator, Vengeful, Wrathful. That's all fine. Doesn't love us either, but that's... Oh, do. Grant title. We're mostly going to be giving to individual people. Later on, we might let people have multiple things under them. But we're not there yet. You are terrible. Great Emissary. Up. Alice, Calm, Chaste. Should be fine. He might not have children because he's chaste. But that's fine. Just keep going. Buddy, these are like our traditional lands, but no, we don't need them. Give it to Otto. I start to pay a little less attention because it matters, but it isn't, you know, crazy matter. You know, I'm keeping a bunch of land that isn't making money right now and giving up a bunch of land that makes money. But I think it's penalties because I just took it, right? Due to being above domain limit, newly acquired holdings provide no tax. Yeah. So that's fine. That'll fix itself once we get down to the right. Philip, our spy master. Oh, he's terrified of us. That seems good. And he's a brilliant strategist. Okay. Finals too, apparently. Ah, he's no longer on our council. That's fine, because he's not in our court. But I think we could invite him back. I'm pretty sure. You're still bad. No matter how many times you appear at the top of my list. Let's give it to Burn. That's fine. One more. We'll get rid of this one. Two. I think I already gave you one. I think I already gave you one too. He's terrified of me though. We'll give him two, and he's our marshal. So now we're down to our proper domain limit, so everything's good. We're still losing parity because of our, you know, lustful ways, which is unfortunate. But that's how we are doing. We have that nasty scar now. Mildly unfortunate for us. Not a trait though. Oh, I guess it's because it's the wounded, which will eventually heal, hopefully, potentially. At some point, we should pay for pilgrimage, assuming my wounds don't kill me, and stop fixing our piety. Do we have kids? No. Oh, we do not. But we are in love with our heir, so that's pretty good. I don't know why. I forgot I was playing this guy there. Gallant, chivalrous route. So let's fill our council positions, because we need a new councillor. We basically want the best diplomacy skill we got. Now, also, we have a bunch of vassals now. So, a topic we haven't talked about is the fact that powerful vassals have a lowered opinion if they don't have a role, because the powerful vassals, they expect to be treated with respect. So we'll give this one to this guy. Foreign affairs or domestic affairs? Bonus to prestige is pretty nice. Because we would like to get our... So there's the fame level. And if you earn enough, like... It's basically prestige as a currency. But if you gain a certain amount, so 1,000, we would go up to being distinguished. And you get a bunch of bonuses around that. Same with parity. It's a currency mostly. But if you get it to a certain amount gained, you go up and you can do more with the things. Very handy. What is the religions of the world? Interesting. So we're like the borderline of being Catholics, which is very interesting. And actually very, very helpful for us, because we can, if we play, we can do religious wars for things, which will be very handy for expanding. At some point. What do we need for duchy? Yeah, see, I need to get up to faithful before I can declare a duchy war. But a duchy war gets me the whole duchy. Now, granted, we have a similar problem we did as a count, in that when we die, our land gets broken up between all our heirs, which means if we have two duchy titles, one of them will go to one kid and one of them will go to the other, unless we do devious things to ensure we only have one kid. So we got to be careful with that. Let's unpause, because for now I think we just need to recover. Newborn daughter, lovely. Yeah, we'll go with you. Your idea for a name. It's quite lovely. We still have our man of armies, but we'll want to keep a good-sized army. Wait, I became the culture head of Saxon culture? I guess Saxon's only up here. Interesting. Interesting. My last campaign was as the Greeks. It took a long time to be the cultural head of that culture group. So what that means, we come over here to culture. I now have control over the tech and what we're working towards developing. So we are in the tribal era. These are the techs available in the tribal era, and I could put a focus on one to increase the rate at which to learn it. Can't get into early medieval until 900 AD, which is not right now. We're at 871. And actually, even then there's... Yeah, you need 50% innovation of the tribal era. So right now we're working on quilted armor, which enables armored footmen as men of arms. Or we can get mustering grounds, which gives more men of arms. De jure County, Casabella, which is helpful. It basically gives us the right to say that county falls inside my land. We should get it. These are cultural and regional ones, so we don't have any of these. You know, obviously we're not in West Africa, so we don't get the West Africa canoes. Public works. Counties now reach the maximum existing development penalty at 20. Can build village centers, prayers, trading outposts. Fortified tribal hold. Limited crown authority. Okay, we're gonna go for this. Because over here, crown authority. Right now, our vassals are basically autonomous. We have very little say over what they do. They like us a little bit better. This will enable us to unlock low limited crown authority. So we have a little bit more control. We can revoke titles, give a few orders. We gain levies from them, income from them. It's just a little bit better. So we will want to work towards that. It will take 63 years at the moment. The long haul. We're also on the border here, so we could consider moving up eventually into like the Danish lands would probably be good at some yeah, interesting. We got some options. For now though, ooh, the challenge. I am sparring with one of my soldiers, sweat beading on my forehead, when I experience the uncanny sensation of being watched. Looking over my shoulder, I spot my rival and vassal, Mayor Sigbert, eyeing me while nonchalantly swinging his sword back and forth. My Duke, Sigbert, words boom across the courtyard. Would you not prefer to test your skills against me? Challenge accepted. 82% chance to succeed, gaining experience toward... what does practice duel get us? The pop-ups in this game are just the most beautiful thing. Proud is +1 for 5 years, or we become severely injured. We're gonna try. 82% chance is pretty good. The sound of mace clashing against sword echoes between the courtyard walls. All eyes are upon us. Everyone wants to see the Duke fighting his rival and vassal. The crowd applauds as I lunge, and their admiration makes me bold. Instead of pulling back, I attempt a new technique I have been practicing. The movement flows through me and into my mace as if we were one. Mayor Sigmund is defenseless before me. Let it end here, well fought. Gain prestige, the mayor likes me. Gain martial experience, practice duel. Or, I will show him not to challenge me again. I gain 10 dread, wounded, lose opinion, strength. I don't feel like our guy is very... What is our dread? Our dread is 0. It's weird that people were terrified of me with 0 out of 100 dread. Yeah, we're not. No, we're chivalrous. Well fought. Well fought indeed. What would it take to go on a pilgrimage? I can't go until 22nd of 82. Oh, did I go for one? I don't see the pilgrim trait. King Alfred has become your new liege after inheriting titles from King... Interesting. I am no longer wounded. That's a nice step up. But what happened to our liege? I mean, he died. And somehow this guy inherited. Evil Paragon will act against you and others according to his personality, which is primarily determined by personality traits. Ambitious, callous, just, skilled tactician. Legitimized bastard. Interesting. Interesting. Mortar scheme. Who would inherit? A different king would inherit. We don't want that. We don't want our king having multiple titles. He's actually... Oh, East Francia right now. I mean, officially, East Francia is this, but they have a bunch of that territory too. And apparently we just have a separate kingdom in the middle. Our kingdom's broken up, which is really cute. I mean, makes us weaker, which I guess as a unit, you know, we're not solo in this. Okay, interesting. I don't think I can marry you to my daughter. Which would be nice. I don't think my daughter... Yeah, I can't select him. Oh well. That would be too easy. I wonder why though. Oh, to him. I could suggest it. -8. Marrying down -40. Doesn't like her. She's a kid. Okay. Oh. I can probably make daughter anyway. And she is my only heir right now. You want me on the council? Sure. So, just like I have a council of people, he does, and he has put me on his, basically. So I'm not endorsed by my bishop, which means I have penalties. So what I should do is come in here and sway him. So I will be working to make him like me better. And that is important. We can declare some words. We could create a second duchy. We do not want to do this, but we could. You are in line to inherit titles. Wow, I'm just in line to inherit this duchy? Interesting. Ah, I wish I wasn't chivalrous. I don't want to just murder him. I have terrible chances. There's nothing about my character who makes him good at murdering people. Oh well. It is what it is. Out of curiosity, if we don't take, because East Francia is going to be a hard kingdom to take. So we could try and push into Denmark or into Pomerania. Perhaps this one. It doesn't exist, so we can gain 17 counties and 2 duchies, which we have one of. We could make it. That might be our route to being a king, instead of usurping our liege like we did last round, like we did to become a duke. Loyalty and respect. Spouse likes me more. I gain more skills from the spouse. Interesting. Or number of knights. Pick loyalty and respect. That's kind of cool. So if we go to council, Duchess is here. Because she helps with things at court, she gives boosts to my skills, right? So she's right now an assist ruler, gives pretty relatively equal split of skills. You could have her focus in, just deal with the court intrigue stuff for me. Just deal with the domain, right? So I can look at me and go, okay, I'm garbage at learning. Just help me with that. Well, she's not great at it either. I'm garbage at intrigue. Plus 13, that would help. For now, we'll keep it at the help with everything, but Now, if we wanted to get into murdering and such, oh, now a second. He must have had a kid. That's good. I was tempted to do it just because it was an easy way to gain land, not because it made sense for my character. To make the bishop more sustainable to my attempts to approach him, I can, blah. Empathy and kindness, soaring ambition, youthful vigor. So how do we want to compliment him, basically? I've never looked this up because I don't want to know if it's true or not. I assume that you look at their traits and you take a guess based on that. I've been tempted to look it up a few times to be curious and see what the perfect balance is, but more fun if you just guess. So he's arrogant, callous, and impatient. So probably not kind of hot. Possibly ambition. He's not that young. We were gonna go with showing ambition. And hope for forgiveness. He loved it. Great. So only -8 now. If we can get him positive, then we get a bonus to everything. We have 50 income. What's our capital? This one? Okay. This is where we're going to want to put improvements, which are expensive. We don't really have the money for it. What do we got for decisions? We need knights? No, we got our phone knights. A physician would actually be smart. Let's go court. You know what? So there's a thing to search and find like the best physician you can. Ooh, a wife is pregnant. But we're just going to appoint someone to it. And to do that, we're going to hit C and then... So this is a character finder. So we're going to look at my court. And we're going to look at best learning. And that's our bishop. Can you do both? I don't actually know. 10 gold. So now he is our court physician. And still, okay, still our bishop. Cool. So 13 is an amazing physician, but we're poor Duke. We can't be greedy when it comes to that sort of thing. Duke Otto. That's our brother, right? Yeah. Oh, I'm still the primary heir. I am so tempted to do that. Oh, he's humble. He's like the perfect brother, like the perfect kid. Humble and just. Oh well. We'll let that dream go. Oop, didn't mean to pause. Unfortunate about our piety being, you know, garbage. Because I would love to declare war on this guy. Ooh, my son and heir. Brave, strong. This is fun. So, you know, I can name him. I can name him after an ancestor. I can pick a good Catholic name. I can pick a good Saxon name. And I'm not that... That's an interesting name. I have no idea how to say it, but it's interesting. We'll go with that. 14. How many? I have way more troops. So a duchy war here would be amazing if we can get the piety to do it. Take his title. What we'd probably do is take his title and destroy his title so that we can't lose it. But it would be interesting. That would give me a good chunk of this kingdom. And try and push up rapidly. Okay, well, thank you everyone for watching. That's going to be a good place to call this episode. And in the next one, I mean, we're just going to continue along, right? Like, I think this game is funnest and most interesting when you're a little bit chill about it and you just try and go with the flow and see what happens. We are aiming to make the Holy Roman Empire. Like, it is the final goal of this game. But we'll see how it goes. So, hope to see you in the next episode.